Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. I know I am. I had a lot of fun working on that intro. I think that's going to be my intro for other lolcows. Is that kind of Adult Swim kind of thing? I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I missed the dancing as well. Unfortunately, I don't know how it really conflicts with monetization though, so I might just play it sometimes when I don't give a damn. Anyway, because DSP is too busy having a very, very large adventure, I assume he's currently running around town right now because I figure his car got stolen and Kat's perfectly fine with it. She's in the passenger seat, having the time of her life. Turn around real quick. You might hit him if you go back. But I've been hearing stuff about the Game Awards, mostly just disappointing stuff, so I'm not really that interested in it. I don't know if has Baldur's Gate won yet, or has Legend of Zelda won? Because Legend of Zelda, we're gonna get some funny ass rants. Baldur's Gate, we're gonna get a lot of weird retconning. So take your pick, which one you want. But until then, until we hear DSP's take, we're gonna have to listen to Dale's takes. And let me warn you, you have not heard stupid until you've heard Dale trying to be smart. This is from the LTG, the 70 IQ Scholar compilation and collection. There's 6 of these videos, and I really wish there was more. Feel like you could easily make 1,000 of these. But it's from Simp Felon. Definitely give him a subscribe if you get the chance. And we're going to start off with number 1 of Dale showing us his intellect.
Can't outsmart me, nigga. I'm a scholar. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Dale.
You saw Dixon call me that name before? Time that nigga.
But I saw Dixon call you Dalawan before. Okay.
For, time this nigga for 80,000 seconds times 2. Then he put it in parentheses too, like a little gay ass cuck. Fucking gay ass motherfucker.
Oops.
So
okay, those are parentheses. That's quotation marks, but
yeah,
it's fine. It's a small mistake. An actor wants something from Baldur's Gate 3.
So it's the price of good looks.
I'll have to check it out afterwards.
Jawline to symmetrical perfection, where I literally have you guys looked up jawlines? It says that when you have a symmetrical jawline like mine, you're most likely to attract both sexes, not just male and female. You're most likely to attract both sexes, not just male and female.
I'm still stuck on the whole symmetrical thing. So if your jaw pokes a little bit to the left, are you more attractive to women? And if you pokes more to the right, you're more attractive to dudes. But if you're right in the middle, you get the best of both worlds. I need to talk to his phrenologist, clearly.
What?
Content creator of the year is Iron Mouse, who realized Tembo or SAO has some control. That's cool. DSP should have won that, though.
Aside, bro. Like, a lot of y'all are having speculations, turning on your FBI detective modes on some FBI detective agents, bro.
He's trying to speed it up, by the way.
But honestly, man, I'm gonna just cut straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you guys some of it to know a couple of things. For one, I'm gonna address a couple things. To be honest with y'all.
So,
is this person fucking retarded?
Dale doesn't know.
I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I really can't tell.
So, if you want to make a list of things that Dale does not understand, fractions is one of them, and decimals is one of them. It's hard, man. I get it.
Like, I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's obvious." I honestly have no idea. So,
you said put on 2 times speed. Let's do it. What should I put it on?
2 times speed.
0.5 or 0.25? If you're a girl that don't like me, that means you're attracted to me. Because there's no reason for you to not like another dude on the internet if you're not attracted to that person. Nobody on earth.
So, okay, hold on a minute. How's that even add up? If you do not like me, you're attracted to me. So, by that logic, every single person on the planet is attracted to Dale. Because if you're attracted to Dale, congratulations, you're attracted to Dale. There's no prize. In fact, it's an anti-prize. If you're not attracted to Dale, you're actually attracted to Dale. So, again, here's your anti-prize. That seems kind of stupid. I don't know. That's some DSP logic. I like it.
Name fucking Marcus Antonius, but a nigga.
Yeah, he's gonna play Baldur's Gate 3 for Christmas? Maybe. If someone can pay up for it.
Fucking black ass monkey.
Armored Core 1 Best Action Game? That's what I want to hear. That's cool. See, now the award ceremony matters to me.
That nigga had to be black. No Hispanic, no Asian, no Arab. Nobody else got a name like that. I don't even know how to spell Marcus. That's such a coon ass name. That's definitely.
Marcus is. Doesn't Marcus have its origins in, like, Rome? It's definitely European. Antonius is also, I believe, Roman, isn't it? Especially the us. The us suffix is definitely rooted in Roman language. So, but Dale does this many times where he doesn't understand the actual origins of words. Or the origins of names. I don't know if it's going to be one of these. I'm going to go and spoil it. But at one point, he starts saying all these racial... well, he tries to make a statement about ghetto names. And at one point, he mentions... what was it? Antoine. He says Antoine. Which, if Dale was as intelligent as he says he is, he would know that Antoine is a French name. It's not inherently ghetto. Meanwhile, he said that his name, Dalawan, that he made up, sounds cool because it sounds French. And further proof that he doesn't actually know what French is at all.
Not a white guy. You're not seeing a white nigga named DeMarcus Antonius. Like, get the fuck out of here. Use common sense, nigga. What white nigga on earth is named DeMarcus Antonius?
Yeah, Marcus Antonius. His pronunciation was pretty intense.
Is this person fucking retarded? I'm not.
My day is going
I'm
great.
not trying to be a dick. Like, I really can't tell. Like, I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's obvious." I honestly have no idea. So
look at this black guy.
There is no fucking black American culture. It doesn't exist. What hip hop ain't culture. When I hear P. Diddy talk about culture, like, what is this dude talking about? Black Americans don't have no culture at all. We don't have a language. We don't have no special ceremonies, no special dishes. Soul food ain't fucking culture.
That's how DSP treats Starfield. This thing that clearly shows that I'm stupid and don't know what I'm talking about, I've decided it no longer exists. Therefore, I'm right. Soul food does not count as a culturally identified meal. Why? Because I said it doesn't. Therefore, there's no cultural meals for black people. Far out, man. I need to start implementing this. I need to start implementing this system of logic of this thing that debunks me, I've decided it's not real. I feel like life becomes much easier that way, don't you think?
Food is slave.
Roman name or given name that was probably derived from the name of Rome. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They created that style of food.
I know the us is a Roman suffix. That's why we get Jesus, because that's a Romanization of Yeshua.
Watermelon. Y'all don't fuck with coon fruits either. I don't fuck with watermelons, bananas, anything that's related to blacks as far as a fruit. I don't eat it.
Okay, Dale, look. I'm having trouble talking about this because he uses so many ethnic slurs that you can't really discuss it. So he's saying that bananas and Walmart, that's DSP. Bananas and watermelons are inherently negative black foods. Why, Dale? Is it because watermelon is a stereotype and bananas are stereotypically eaten by simians? Except that, to my understanding, simians don't actually eat bananas that much. That's more of a myth. And is that why they're bad black people foods? I don't really understand. Because if you really want to do your weird racism here, Dale, you shouldn't even eat nuts or berries because simians eat those too. Well, there goes your peanut butter complexion, man.
I don't consume it. There's not one thing that's a Black American culture.
Anyway, thank you so much. I've been waiting, praying, hoping to get tossed around. Oh my god.
Culture.
No, I'm not tossing anyone around.
Telling me how you gonna fuck my bitch, fly my bitch out, what baguettes you got on, what whip you driving, how much money you got. That's not a culture to me. That's not my culture. I wouldn't claim that shit. No nigga on earth should eat watermelon. If you're black, stop eating watermelon.
Why?
Ass nigga, that's what I'm saying. People.
Why? I don't understand that. What's wrong with eating watermelon? If you're black, don't eat watermelon. Why? Because there's a stereotype associated with it? Isn't that more of a criticism of the stereotype than black people? Black people, you need to get past this stereotype by not doing what you want to do, but instead adhering to what others assume the stereotype is. Man, Dale, you are quite the revolutionary.
Consider Black American culture what you would consider a stereotype. You can't outsmart me, nigga. I'm a scholar. I know what the fuck.
I've heard American culture is the most copied in the world from the way they talk. No. Exactly. it's often derived from. Black culture has been stolen from ever since there was black culture.
Because you can't even afford to go green.
What?
And my opinion only matters because I'm good looking. If I was ugly, wouldn't nobody care what I said.
So there's some truth there. That's Dale telling the truth about his worldview. That's why it is that Dale is so critical about your physical attractiveness if you're trying to criticize him. If you're saying, you know, hey, you need to get your line up, you need to be crispy, you need to be more attractive, otherwise I'm not going to listen to you. There's he has this weird feudalism. It's kind of reminds me of the characters in Lorwyn, those elves, because they actually operate exactly how Dale wants the world to operate. If you are not attractive, you are not a person. You are subhuman if you are not physically attractive. And not only physically attractive, but you have to be cut to precise. I think Dale would love this culture if he was told about it. I think he would demand a writing credit, even though he had nothing to do with it. And that whole thing is very clearly a satire of the shallowness of, you know, certain societies and cliques. Dale legit thinks that's how the world should run. If you're not attractive, you might as well put a gun in your mouth. You're nobody. All right, well, there's plenty of most people in history who were extremely influential weren't actually that attractive. Look at any of the founding fathers of the United States. None of those dudes were really hot. I don't think so. Except for Benjamin Franklin,
call me ugly all day.
What?
What Dale doesn't realize is the stereotypes exist because of things.
Some shit? Even he probably got some good shit about him. You don't technically.
Yeah, I could see that, Banana Jones. But I feel like the answer isn't that I should stop. It's that society should get over it.
Each other's bodies for quick fornication and pleasure, but you guys technically don't fuck each other. I'm literally just my dick's covered with rubber. It's technically not even sex.
I guess if you want to look at it super philosophically, maybe, but no, come on.
She wants bitches to click her Linktree bio. She has a Linktree because she wants niggas to hit those Linktree.
Yeah, she's networking.
She could garnish more attention. But when you give a woman power saying, I love you, baby girl, I want to have 4 kids with you, I want to wife you up.
Who's saying this?
You already lost the game. I want to wife you up. You already lost the game. Yeah. But I mean, if I was going to, you know what I'm saying, wife somebody, I mean, you guys already know what it is. And let her pour ooze from the heat.
I love Elena so much.
While the liquid juices.
You found Puff. Where is he?
Squirt. All in my
Washington
face.
was the stud of his time. Yeah, he hid his red hair to increase the stud factor.
A molecular nigga like myself.
What
you think I am? Tell me, a molecular nigga like myself.
The Incredible Shrinking Dale. Is that going to be his first movie? I could watch that.
What you think I am?
Dale has to find a man attractive before he believes anything that man says. Yeah, and he has to do like an audit. Let me assess your jawline. Okay, that's a good jawline. Let me see your facial hair. That's a good facial hair.
You know,
Puff was boxing Boogie. I bet Puff won.
26.8K followers, and you can only garnish in 266 viewers. Who the fuck says cheeseburger? You just say burger. The cheese is oblivious. I want my.
It's such an iconic quote. We got to hear it a second time. this is one of my favorite Dale malapropriisms ever. Because not only is he wrong about his word choice, he's wrong about what he's even trying to say here in general.
Garnish and 266 viewers? Who the fuck says cheeseburger? You just say burger. The cheese is oblivious. I want my
We need to
grapes on a
inform this
silver
cheese.
platter, and I want my strawberries cut to precise. I don't want no green on my strawberries. Make sure my
The
fruits are
cognitive
cut
is
to
cut to precise.
bitch
It's
niggas.
oblivious.
Why would I name other planets when
Yeah, I
humans
think he
barely
means Garner.
touch the Richter scale on trying
Okay, so Kefetic already pointed out the reason why Dale has these issues with the English language. Dale has a sort of complex where he doesn't fully remember the words that he reads or hears. And what happens is because he doesn't fully remember what word it is, he tries to fill in the gaps with other words that are similar or sound similar, and then just assumes that works. It doesn't. And that's exactly what you pointed out, Kefetic. He's trying to say Garner. But because he does not remember Garner, but he remembers Garn. He remembers that part of the word. Garn-ish? Good enough. That's going in. And you notice this with my other favorite malapropriism that he does, and that's spectacle. He uses spectacle to mean something tiny or insignificant. So he's clearly meaning speck or particle. But because he doesn't remember those words, he combines them together. Which makes me think that Dale has an actual form of dyslexia. I think he might actually legitimately have some. Which, if he does, he's never going to admit to it. And he's going to yell at you all day. But this is some pretty strong evidence that he actually does.
to get to Mars. That makes no sense for me to talk about any other planet.
The Richter scale, also called the Richter magnitude scale or Richter's
Yeah,
magnitude scale,
ubiquitous.
is a measure of the
Or
strength
obvious.
of earthquakes.
Why would I name other planets when humans barely can touch the Richter scale on trying to get to Mars? Alright, first off, you tier sexual gay ass nigga. I'm a grown motherfucker that makes exponential wealth. I don't need to split shit. And people are Mexican.
Man, that's a
not
lot of
racist.
wealth. I've
I'm
never even
Mexican.
heard of it.
They're from Mexico, right? If somebody called me an African, am I gonna get mad about it? No, that's my descendant.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
It's not 70s kid shit, dumbass nigga. You don't know my demographics. Kill yourself.
That one I'll give a pass, because you could make that artistic with demographics.
Let me get a liable
I'll let that one
teammate,
go.
please. Rocks, don't ever join my
Viable.
team again. Like I said,
Viable
I can't have these
teammate, not
thirsty-
liable.
I'm telling you, man, all niggas do is just use my likeliness for views. Niggas stay borrowing my fucking likeliness, but the world act like they hate me, but still stealing my likeliness off the subs you got off stealing my fucking name and likeliness. Looking to try to
Likeness.
shed a negative light on me for a personal combustion that really is not rewarding for them.
That's Derek.
You know,
Derek has
we were just
personal
having,
combustions.
Like, somewhat of a good time, and then I like.
If you don't
kinda
say
was off
cheese,
the
you don't get it
Richter
on there,
scale
though.
last week a
Exactly.
little bit.
Because if you say burger,
So big
you're not
shout out to
guaranteed a
everybody
cheeseburger.
needed.
In fact, they'd be
And then
messing
this
up your
dude with
order
this
by giving you a
different type of
cheeseburger.
calligraphy just happens to win. I'm kicking all these niggas with this different type of
Boogie.
calligraphy. This nigga deadass is a fucking stream
Yeah,
sniper. Every
there's the
time I
real
try to
question,
play
Banana
this,
Jones.
some nigga
Who
with
is
that weird
actually
calligraphy
stupider,
coming
LTG
in
or
and kicking all
DSP?
these fucking
That
niggas,
gets hard to answer because they're stupid
I
about
win
very different
regardless.
things in different ways.
Me taking a dive is just morality, mental stability over you.
How can one person use words
I'm just
wrong so
providing a
often?
paid
Because he's
service
arrogant
for
and
you low
narcissistic
morality
and thinks that
fucks.
there's no
This
way
shit
he
I
could
was
get
doing
something
too
wrong.
well. That could have meant my immune system was up. That could have meant, I'm lifting weights. I'm living great as far as like my cognitive, my focus. I never said.
I'll let
shit
that one
about
go.
money.
Sure, you're being
That's why
artistic
it's
with
a
that one too.
story. Motherfucker, is this literal? You dumbass nigga. The fuck? Clearly, I don't have the choice of my child's cognitive if they're gonna be a top or bottom. You dumbass.
What
nigga.
What are we discussing? What?
It's
Whoa,
called
whoa, whoa.
metaphorically speaking, dumb fuck. All my
Okay,
stories are
you got me,
built
Lackey
for
Brack. You
not
got
a
me
nigga
there.
on earth that could fuck with my cognitive. I don't give a fuck about rage.
Who is more insanely dumb?
Saying something that don't mean they affected me. I just felt like doing so. I could simply. We're the only ethnicity that has been dehumanitized in history to the point where like we've been
Conjugate your words
dehumanitized.
better, man.
We were dehumanitized. So if it's any ethnic, you think it's time for men? No, you fake wannabe gay fuck. How about you bend over and spread your black burnt ass cheeks with your pink anus and let a nigga protrude his dick up your ass? Not only
Okay. Another quick aside. I've been over this before, but that rant with "It's time for men" is Dale's version of "It's the guy." it's such a perfect moment. He didn't, it's not on the same kind of wavelength as It's the Guy, but it's just as compatible with anything. Any sort of joke with DSP, you can say It's the Guy, and it can work as a punchline or a bridge or whatever. Same thing with Dale and It's Time for Men. You can plug that in anywhere, and it works perfectly. And you know what? I was stroking down on your mom's ass, busting and robusting, and I thought, it's time for men.
Just fuck. I was able to protrude.
DSP loves to boast about his live accomplishments. Well, used to. LTG is just a flow of consciousness. Yeah, and LTG contradicts himself quite a bit too. And he also regrets saying things and then says it's not true.
Your ass and there's nothing you can do about it.
How's it going, Salty
You
Wizard?
might just blow through or burn through, and that's the end of it. Or you can make concurrent money and not get bought out and hop back on the podcast and have new footage for your shit.
Well, they're not.
You can Curtis dick in your mouth, motherfucker. Get that ass big. Chiseled skin, peanut butter complexion, and dented jaws.
Can you show me with the dry erase board how I'm supposed to concur a dick down my throat?
And with these good teeth, or whatever the fuck you think I am, Chinese.
Dude, come on, man. That's like me. I read that badly. Stop that.
Josiah.
When you guys pay to play me, don't ever expect me to do 100%. It's an exhibition. That's what it is. Yup, that's what I'm calling it, Rox. An exhibition. I know how to say it, bitch, nigga. But that's what I call it, bitch. That's what I said, an exhibition. Because that's what the fuck I want to call it. You think a college graduate of 2 motherfucking degrees doesn't know what the fuck, how to fucking pronounce it? Come on.
That's one of many defenses that he's used whenever he gets called out on malapropisms. He tends to use that as the main basis for it, and that language is evolving, and he is turning it into a sort of slang. That exhibition is the correct way to say it, of course, and Dale knows that because he's very smart. He has 2 degrees, one for each underarm. Anyway, but because he's so much smarter than you, he has decided that words will mean different things now. And if you don't understand that, that actually makes you stupid. So I'm not mispronouncing things. I'm actually so far ahead of you that I've lapped you. No, Dale, you don't know how to use words correctly. That's the long and the short of it.
Your soup?
Use K.
Your soup? Play him, hold on. I got you, Caleb.
Josk.
I gotta play Caleb the space.
Caleb.
Go green, Caleb.
Caleb.
Oh, alright, Caleb.
Caleb.
Alright, Caleb, make the room.
Caleb.
Hey, Caleb.
Caleb.
What the fuck is a ukiule?
Oh, this one's legendary.
You Kelly? What the fuck word is that?
Ukulele.
I've never seen that word in my life.
You have 2 degrees, dude.
Kelly,
Throw some accent in there. Yeah. Spice it up.
Ukulele?
Yeah, that's it. You got it, man.
Alright, we skipping that one.
Yeah, that's too hard. Hey, it's the guy.
Oh, ukulele. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Ukulele.
it. He rage quit reading. I love it.
Yeah, you had to put that shit in syllables, nigga. I never heard that word
I was
in
on
my
the phone
life.
with a friend who was talking his
Ukulele,
divorce.
right?
For some reason, I thought driving.
Ukulele?
Yeah, it
Like
definitely happens a lot.
ukulele?
This dude has
Alright.
more moments than any
Alright,
given person,
ukulele.
though.
You
And
are
then when you
ukulele
correct him, he gets angry.
Beyond my microphone. You are a Yukon beyond my Micronesia.
Very
You are a
good.
unicorn beyond my meiosis.
Meiosis.
First of all, that's not unicorn, buddy. You're a union beyond my meiosis. A unicycle beyond my migration. Universe beyond my mitochondria. What's mitochondria, Dale? Dale went to school for health and fitness, by the way. Keep this in mind when he gets to this word. He got his degree in, I think, business management and health and fitness. So if there's anybody amongst the 2 lolcows who should know, or amongst Dale or DSP, who should know how this word is pronounced, should be Dale.
You are a unicycle beyond my migration. You are a universe beyond my... Alright, nigga, this is way too much.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, now I
We're
can
done.
read excellent, but...
No.
Rage quit.
Once again, I must... What's that? I must deteriorate? I must
What?
reiterate. Sorry about that.
Reiterate.
I must reiterate. I think that's what it says. I, Amir Khan. So it says inviscerate. So $100 to become a mod for a day and inviscerate.
Eviscerate. That's what I said. Eviscerate.
Eviscerate. Eviscerate. Why am I being given the same credits?
This right here is called. You got Grandpa, or not Grandpa, Cowboy Dale. Eviscerate. That's his super.
Like I said, I understand I'm one of the most.
Come on, Kuro. That's an easy question to answer.
Charismatic. Electrifying black men
Who's this guy?
on Earth.
You should click this link.
Don't come at a scholar about too much thinking. Black ass nigga.
Okay, this is part 2.
If I hear you make a mistake in your language,
Welcome here, L Sandwich.
There's just certain shit I pick up on where I'm like, okay,
It's a kitty.
I know what I can say.
Pet the cat.
I'll smart you. All right. Me, I just try to smarten people up by being an asshole. I'll be like, hold on, did you pronounce that word like this? No, that word means that. So why don't you pronounce it slowly?
Charismatic.
What the fuck is a Yuki-Yule?
Go green, Caleb. It's an exhibition. Inviscerate.
So if I catch somebody I know talking a certain way or saying something, I always try to correct their vocabulary. I
have a question for all of you. How often do you think Dale has corrected people with wrong information? And then going off of that, how many times do you think that person in the back of their head thinks, this guy is stupid as hell. I am not going to listen to this. I imagine it's 1-to-1. I imagine they're the same number of people. Because the person will say, yeah, the cheese is obvious. And he's like, what are you saying, man? You're not a New Age black. The proper way to say it is the cheese is oblivious, and then talk shit about someone's mom, and then ban him. At that point, the person's already leaving the room.
So just stay tuned. The Twitter will be back. That was also falsely fake ass banned as well, and I got
falsefully. That sounds like a DSPism. It depends on how you measure it, Corvo.
Street Fighter. The creator was not gonna make me 6'5", peanut butter complexion, athletic, smart. And
Well, he didn't do that last one.
Probably you don't see every day, especially at the stratosphere 6'5". You feel me? This is my first time.
That one I'll let go because it's artistic. Okay.
Mario Party
metaphor.
Now, when I say physically, it means that I never held a controller and played Mario Party, but I seen it being played.
But you didn't play it though.
Bitch.
Were you playing it psychically?
You ruined the whole shit. I'm letting you play me. Like, I'm doing these niggas a favor and you gonna teabag. You're not good at Smash, nigga. I don't even cut on the game unless I'm playing it.
I need to have this printed and put in my office. Every part of this is glorious. I especially like how blurry it is. This you got some demented CCTV footage here. I like it.
And this is just how I'm visualizing it because clearly this is what's going down.
Because that ain't Martin Lawrence.
Oh shit, Balrog. Yeah, you gotta get him out of here.
Be full of vibrant and energy and really comedic.
You mean vibrance?
I worked for something that I coined, phrases and roast and everything I came up with through my soul, my likeliness. And you would know if I supposedly cried every stream because
supposedly that's a common mistake. I'll let that one go.
I give you something to do, yet you're gonna complain about it. The ideology behind that.
That's wrong though. That's incorrect. And that's another thing that he does.
The ideology behind that.
So clearly he means idea. But because Dale also has it in his head that the more syllables a word has, the more advanced it must be. You have more sounds, therefore equal more complicated, therefore equal more smart. Duh. So he has the right information. He has to know what idea is. But because he's Dale, he's got to spice it up a little bit, you know? I'm a staple on ology on that. Yeah, because ology is a fancy-ass sound. You've got like biology and BBCology. Ideology, that's fancy.
You said it's 2021. We can edit videos. You know how
Use
to
some
loop?
Latin in? Oh,
You
he would
know how to
freak
work
out.
CGI? No, you don't. Crispy ass nigga. All
Bro,
you know how to
so
do is
many
been
words
sitting
wrong.
in this
It's
motherfucker since 2017 trying to.
So I have this thing where I would like to send this back in time to my grandpa, because my grandpa was legitimately a huge fan of malapropriisms. He would do them intentionally just to mess with people. And I wonder if he would enjoy these. I'd have to censor out all the profanity and stuff because he would not enjoy that. But I wonder if he would find this funny or sad. I have a feeling he would find it sad. Oh man, maybe he wouldn't like malapropriisms that much after this. Oh, he's dead anyway.
Attention from me
That's
every
too bad.
goddamn fucking.
Sorry,
show.
Grandpa.
You dumbass nigga. Too much thinking.
You can't accuse Dale of that. That never really happens.
Your black ass hood that you're in, but you're still stuck in the ghetto eating.
If you can properly interpret Dale, you're intelligent. I appreciate that. It took a lot of dissecting sometimes. It took me a while to figure out what he was trying to say with spectacle.
Don't come at a scholar about too much thinking, black ass nigga. Don't come at a scholar.
No.
Yet you're still sexually attracted to me, because why else would you do it if you wasn't?
Holy shit.
I understand.
Chill out, man. Look, I'm sorry everyone's attracted to you.
Because regardless. You said you heard they have a collection of alien corpses on Mars that they have to retrieve, hence why we could keep going back to Mars. There's a lot of secret shit we don't know about. The reason why they don't tell us these things is because they want to keep us intact with things like religion. Like I told you, that vaccine is the next evolution of humans. All you scary ass niggas not getting the vaccine.
This is good. I love this one.
You're the problem. Like I said, when I get powers.
Tell me what you think of this.
Don't get
jealous
and start trying to shoot us with bazookas and
oh
shit,
no, Grandpa, no.
Fly,
don't start quoting it.
Pyrokinesis, chirokinesis.
Cryokinesis.
Everything. Like I said, all right. Like I said, the people that took the vaccine, if we're the ones that get the X-Men powers, and you lame ass niggas are still stuck as humans, don't be trying to shoot grenades at us and shit like that, because we could teleport, have telekinesis, do all these weird ass powers and shit. You guys are gonna be the ones that's fucked.
What?
I'm just saying, like, if you can afford.
So this was a fun rant when this happened. It kind of got memory hold because a lot of DSP's or Dale's stuff gets memory hold because he deletes everything that's made about him. Dale went on numerous rants talking about how he would get powers from the vaccinations. And even as people tried to patiently explain to him that was never going to happen, he simply said, well, you guys don't actually know science. You guys are just trying to hate on me. We'll see who's laughing when I'm floating through the air and all that. And then a follow-up to that is when he did get the vaccination, he had apparently some sort of physical reaction to it where, I don't know because he's not a reliable narrator, but he described it as he had an erection that was more intense than any erection he's ever had in his life, and it lasted for what felt like 5 or 6 hours, which to me means you should go to the hospital. That's a very serious issue. It's not funny. You might actually be having some blood or, circulatory damage. And he was so excited for this. He legit thought he was getting BBC superpowers. Which I kind of don't want to rain on his parade. I hadn't seen that much legit excitement for superpowers since what? You were a kid? I mean, when you're a kid, you think that shit's the hypest thing ever, man. I'm going to get powers. He was a little kid again. I felt kind of sad for him.
You should be able to get that reptile.
The X-Men powers are lifelong heart problems and blood clots.
Yeah,
they never mentioned that in X-Men.
Like, of course, we got to tax you for living an extra 100 years, obviously.
Yeah, he can come. He can come to precise.
So my form of Christianity is not fucking praise the Lord Jesus, all that type of shit. It's based in the form of science. I call it Christianized science. There's parts of your brain you can shut off.
Okay, what's the Christianized science?
Remember, the human mind is very powerful.
It is. It can convince you about stupid shit like this.
You're in control of all of your cognitive, so there's parts of your brain you can shut off. If you want to be depressed, then basically you're allowing your cognitive to defeat you. Yeah, evolution is false because humans have not, there's been no evolutional jump AD or BC. What, we got a little bit more, we don't die off common colds and polio no more. That's it.
I would feel like that's pretty impressive, I would think.
It's human evolution.
The vaccine is human evolution.
Yeah, he wants to be Gil so bad. You're very correct, Izzy Jones.
If we were really developing genetically on an evolutionary state, we would start, a lot of us would want maybe 3 dicks, 2 dicks.
But see, that stems from a failure to understand what evolution even is. I mean, I get really annoyed when I hear stuff like this because it's the category of you're not even wrong. Dale isn't even playing baseball right now. He's playing football, but somehow he's striking out at football, if that makes any sense. He's failing on such a level he doesn't even realize how deep his failure is. That's not what evolution is saying. Evolution is adaptation to your environment to better increase your chances of not dying and reproducing. Having 3 dicks doesn't improve your chances really that much, because what, are women going to have 3 vaginas, or are you going to try and bend in multiple directions at once? It doesn't help. And also, Dale, he does this a few times when he talks about evolution. He has a weird hang up about evolution, and I'll explain why in a minute. But he seems to want evolution to create these sort of weird chimera superheroes. He basically wants you to wake up and undergo evolution and basically have wings the next day. He thinks of evolution like Pokemon, when it's just not. It doesn't work that way. But the reason why he doesn't like evolution as a concept, or and why he particularly sticks to religion so much, is not because he has any sort of spiritual dogma. He doesn't give a shit about any of the spirituality. That shit means nothing to him. He doesn't care about Christ. He doesn't care about Allah. He doesn't care about any of that shit. What matters to Dale is that he is special. And that's why it is that he holds to these things. Because if evolution is true, there's nothing significantly special about Dale inherently. He's just another human being. Which, that's not entirely true. You know, you're still special in your own way. Dale is definitely very special. But the other thing is that he has this thing with the God-angel gene. And he wants to believe, he needs to believe, that he is descended from angels or otherwise unearthly entities. He needs to believe that he is so much better than humans. And the only real way you can truly be undeniably, inherently superior to other humans is to be a demigod, or even a full god. So that's why he gives a shit about this. He doesn't care about religion. None of that shit means anything to him. I just need to be a low-tier god.
This person fucking retarded? I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I really can't tell. Like,
listen to this dude as well.
Like, oh, it's obvious.
Like
I honestly have
to form
no
a valid,
idea.
well thought out thing, then just
Like I said,
Uzumaki's.
the human
No,
body
he
is
does
so
have these moments where he starts to make
so
sense, and then he just
carefully,
flies wildly off
scientifically
course.
Made.
Yes, I remember
You have
that,
to be
Izzy
a fool
Jones.
not to believe otherwise.
I don't exactly see how
Look at your
aliens are
nonsense.
going to be in any way concerned because you picked Ken.
Like, that's proof alone.
Low tier
Like I
demiurge.
said,
I
the
love that
human
you said
body is
demiurge.
So fucking precise and so carefully, scientifically made. I mean, just look at your nut sacks.
And that's something I always thought was, whenever they say, you know, I'm so perfectly engineered by whatever force, who perfectly engineered me? I don't have a scorpion tail. I don't have velociraptor claws. I don't have a retractable, you know, switchblade dick that can tuck inside me and shit like that. No, if you ask me, there's a lot of things. Where is my titanium exoskeleton?
Like, that's proof alone.
Man,
What type of
there's so
Pokemon is
many
Dale?
languages
A
on
very
Earth.
sad
There's, you know,
kind.
Different types of extraterrestrials hopped all over the globe and taught language. That doesn't make sense. Why does it say chapter 11 for?
Shit, I even think mermaids exist, honestly.
Oh no,
So did
he's
this
trying to
nigga
compete with
not
DSP.
basically do a whole documentary trying to allude to my life where he thought that I worked all types
Will
of
calls
shit.
is kind of
When you
tricky.
pull
In the
some
hand, I
shit
think
like
that this God
you're
stuff is just a
alluding
joke
to a
because he
nigga's
likes stealing
personal
urine,
life.
but on the other hand,
You're
it's very believable
basically
when he thinks that
putting
way.
somebody's
I think
safety at
Kuro,
risk.
what happened
That's your
was that
personal shit
Guile
that you
and
have no
Urian
idea what
gave
you've
him
been
the
talking about.
framework
You're
to
trying to
think
allude
of
to my
things that he
personal
already
life.
presumed.
You're allowing niggas
I
to
think
think
it
that
goes
you're
hand in
okay.
hand,
You're
Kuro.
trying to pry into my personal life. Matter of fact, I didn't quit. I practiced my free will.
Dale and DSP exercise their free will a lot.
That shit real quick. I watched something on Ancient Aliens where they were talking about this, like all the conspiracies about.
Oh, there's your
money,
first
and it all
problem.
made sense.
Is that the alien?
This nigga gonna pull up some Mass Effect characters. I'm gonna time your ass out. You was straight lame for that shit.
Why is that
That's probably
lame?
why you niggas got guts.
Ah, come on.
And got
In
fucked
Japanese
up looking
culture, there's
physiques,
something called the
nasty ass combustions and shit.
where one
She
has
had one of them
overhyped sense of
flabby,
self and
big
blame
old
that.
old woman ass.
That's definitely
I
Dale.
said, fuck it. Slid in between them hot ass cheeks. It was just so wet and gooey. I couldn't even feel the friction. You know, Tempur-Pedic on my dick.
Tempur-Pedic? Like the mattress?
Exactly. Final
I don't
boss.
think you
It's
should
about
feel
time
that. I
somebody
think something's
mentioned
going
God,
horribly
dude.
wrong.
Angels, fallen and casted out angels, were fucking human women creating giants. That's where height and human species comes from.
It's a myth,
are made
dude.
of tungsten and
It's a
molybdenum.
myth. It
While
was
the
supposed to
largest
explain
of-
something that they saw in the world. It's fine. You don't have to take that literally.
Maybe
You're not gonna go to hell if you don't believe in that. It's folktale, man. Come on.
But the fact that they had sophisticated screwage
Screwage?
300,000 years ago.
How? I mean, you can't get much more sophisticated when it comes to a screw. You go in a spiral. You know that thing that goes in a circle but in a direction? That's not sophisticated, dude.
These objects measure 1.8.
6'5" peanut butter.
Yeah, in the Book of Enoch, I know about that. I know, and it's also in Genesis. They mention it very briefly in Genesis.
God tiered roasting.
What are we doing today? I might have a fantasy of your mom urinating in my goddamn mouth.
What?
With my tongue wide open.
Okay, well,
She said
dare
she
to dream, I guess.
It was a little bit flavorful. Nigga, don't ask me what the fuck I'm doing in my fucking stream. Does it stand for left the game? Let's see. LTG. It stands for I left your grandma's house. You got one of those young ass grandmas. You know, your mom was a slut. So she ended up fucking early, had a kid early, made your mom a grandma.
Wow.
Made your
You are getting a little intense here, Dale.
You know, I am taking L's. If you actually flip that laterally,
Dale needs to take off the
L
tinfoil
is
hat. I
actually
think he might
there's
actually
the
have some sort of
balls
plate in
that's
his skull,
sticking
and he's
inside
picking
your
up radio
fucking mom's
signals.
throat, nigga. So yes, I am still taking, delivering L's. All right, so look, let me tell you guys why speaking on the Holocaust
in Miami. I'm currently playing.
I've
been told a lot about that game. I should check it out.
Slavery is not.
Hmm?
I got one word for you. Actually, 2 words. Documentation.
That's one word.
Documentation. What happened with the Holocaust is documented.
That's one word.
Therefore,
Dale.
if it's documented, you have people that actually survived that could tell you stories. What black person do you know is alive today that could tell you about slavery?
But that's not really fair, Dale, because after a while, what are you saying, that history can't exist because people weren't alive back then? We have pretty good records of the Napoleonic Wars, and I'm pretty sure that no one is still alive from those time periods. We have pretty good records of, World War One. I'm pretty sure no one's still alive from World War One. That's not true. There might be a couple. But you get what I'm saying here. That's really stupid, Dale.
There's no stories. Like, slavery is taboo.
Yeah.
Holocaust, I'm not going to say slavery didn't happen, but Holocaust, like, we know what happened. It was tragic. It was genocide. That's why you can't speak on it. Slavery is like, it's not really documented like that. It's all taboo in a sense.
Dude, no. And also, you're not understanding what the word taboo is. I thought you were correct when you said slavery is taboo. I thought, yes, it is. It's actually pretty reviled. People tend to frown on it. You're using it incorrectly, because that's clearly not what you're trying to say here. Yeah, there's tons of documentation about Dale, people were sold as property. People had receipts. People had ledgers, because that's what you have to do when you're selling shit, man. When you're buying and selling shit, you have to keep records. So, of course, this shit's documented, dumbass.
Slavery is low-key taboo. You can't speak on actual genocide from people that wrote books. There's not one surviving slavery.
I'm thinking that's the implication there, Ramen Ramen.
It's all hearsay. It's all taboo.
Frederick Douglass just heard about it.
Stories around a campfire type shit.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It's unwritten. It's unwritten to the point where it could seem true. The closest you're gonna get to any type of story that has something to do like that is Emmett Till. Slavery wasn't documented enough. If it was, we wouldn't be able to speak on it. It'd be forbidden.
That's not.
We know people. We know black.
Man, this is hurting my head. I forgot that this moment was discussed here. I've watched the first 3 of these. Again, you're not even wrong. Dale, you're so far away from the conversation. We're having 2 different discussions. What? I need to figure out how to properly use that phrase. You're not even wrong. And it's because how I remember it being explained is you are playing such a different game and having such a different conversation that the things you are saying are not incorrect because you're no longer having the same conversation with me. You're just in the banana zone. You're too out there right now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Blacks, we know what happened we know what happened.
Yeah, what about what about the Underground Railroad? I think people were writing about that when it was happening.
I feel like slaves low-key had it better. I feel like the early stages of slavery was bad, but I feel like as it progressed...
Yeah, okay, cool. Hype, man.
I mean,
everyone loves slavery. Bring it back, dude.
That's
according to Dale. I'm not saying that.
So you know why? The thing is, you got blacks angry at the Europeans and Spaniards for slavery.
Probably,
but at the same time, I hope those people that are mad don't have a girlfriend of a different or a wife of a different ethnicity.
Why does that matter?
The only reason you're
Why does that matter?
Somebody from a different ethnicity, right, is because of slavery. Look, let me tell you.
That's some pretty extreme looking on the bride side of things, Dale. The only reason you're having an interracial relationship, you should be very thankful that your ancestors were sold as property. See? You should look on the bright side of things. That's a little messed up, Dale. Even when he's optimistic, he sounds like a complete shithead.
The worst things I heard about slavery is castrating BBCs.
Oh no. That's the worst thing is your dick getting damaged.
Decapitations of hands and limbs for not doing the correct amount of work. That actually was happening in Africa.
Was it documented?
Yeah, nigga, stop coming in my stream telling me mechanics and shit. Like, I don't know.
All right, we're on part 3 now.
I'm a scholar. I know fucking mathematics. Fucking mathematics. You said put on 2 times speed. Let's do it.
Documentation. Yeah, there you go.
What should I put it on? 0.5 or...
How many times have you had this happen, Dale?
Recovery data.
Oh no, that's a
frame data. Startup frames, everything. The fuck? How the fuck you think I got this seat in this fucking stream? I was always the last kid to get picked up. I know it sounds too perfect. I know it sounds like some victimized story, but it's not.
Dale got bullied so bad by kids that looked like him that he had an Anakin.
This is how you know these niggas have no time, bro.
Yes, you're very correct. He internalized a lot of hatred because he was more or less exiled from his community.
These niggas have no time, bro. I don't have no fucking roommate, nigga. Man, now you pressing the issue, bitch ass nigga. You live at home, bitch nigga.
But well, yeah. If I live somewhere, that would in fact be home. That's correct, Dale. Very good. I'm proud of you. You get a gold star for today.
I'm roommating with your fucking mom, creeping through the window. She opens up that black ghetto gate and I just hop in. Hop in there, creep, glutes peeking and busting and robusting from doing squats every Sunday. I'm looking around. She got condoms ready. I said, wait a minute. These are not Magnum XL. She said, all right, we'll run to the store. I'm like, didn't I tell you I had these condoms ready?
Why does this sex fantasy involve errands?
For 5 bands, I'll go ahead and dive in with 2 condoms on. Slid in.
So at this point, your
out.
mom had to go pay some bills, right? So I drove her next to the post office, and she was in there for a little bit, and I was, just busting, robusting, ass cheeks glistening, and then we had to stop by the gas station because my gas tank was a little low. That's my favorite part of his Dale stories, is where he kind of drifts into this weird territory that's just errands. There was one where he was talking about, I went over to your mom's house and she asked me what I wanted to drink. And I told her I don't really drink dark soda. I mean, but if you got any sort of juices or waters are good. I mean, even a Capri Sun will do. And I'm thinking, Dale, you lost track of your story. You bring it back on course, man. You said you were going to be fucking my mom, and now you're discussing what kind of drinks I have.
Made sure nobody was behind me. Ass cheeks glistening and robusted as I hop out the window. Dad, can we play music? Music.
I can emphasize with being mixed race.
Look,
emphasize?
I'm gonna let you live.
Clearly,
your
Dale
life.
didn't.
But I'm just letting you know. Music
Dale had a rough
I'll
childhood.
play whatever you
I
want.
mean, no joke. He
I don't
did
think
have a
animals
pretty
are
depressing
natural
life
to
if
the earth.
you
I just
really
think
take him seriously.
reptiles, those giant ass reptiles, which are dinosaurs, I think they were natural too.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Kafetic.
Horizon 2, it just doesn't feel any different than Horizon 1, and it loses the lackluster because you already know what it is. Like,
So it loses the luster.
he says, yeah, man, I'm new to town. He was like, so
Windows busted
is it
out.
safe to come here after 10 o'clock? I was just like, I said, yeah. I said, absolutely. I said, and I broke down the demographics of the time. I broke down the demographics of how this city works. I don't even think they.
So you showed him like zonings?
I just think they. I don't even think it's not even on that type of time anymore.
Bruh. If there's any way maybe I could come.
The KKK is perfectly fine with black people. They're cool about it now.
No, right now I don't sense any racism. I am defending it. What the fuck you mean? How is this?
You know what? Has anyone ever thought about maybe the Klan? Did we even consider their feelings? Come on.
Say, no, your black ass can't come. He didn't say no, that'd be different. I mean, why can't he come? Nigga, it's a Klan meeting. You know niggas ain't allowed at Klan meetings. Why are we acting like
I think Dale would be allowed at one. They'd love this guy.
come to a Klan meeting?
Holy shit, they would roll out the red carpet for this dude.
No, I don't think so.
Bruh.
Don't tell me what the fuck to talk. I'm smarter than you.
No, it's cool, Ramen Brahman. It happens.
I'm smarter than you. I'm a scholar. You can have this conversation with me
if you sit there and listen to too much Dale stuff, your language actually does start messing up. I feel it's an actual phenomenon.
Flashback.
I broke down the demographics of how this city works. It's not 70s kid shit, dumbass nigga. You don't know my demographics. Kill yourself.
End of flashback.
Oops.
I'm gonna just say this. I can't say it hurts my feelings because I don't have emotions. Bitch ass nigga! Get off my dick, bitch! Pussy ass nigga! Wasn't even taking this shit serious. Do y'all say what the fuck I'm talking about? I got fucking robbed! Fuck! Oh my god! Get off my dick! Fuck! But I'm gonna say it really.
I felt like that was all pretty
sucks
emotionally controlled.
that as human beings, we're programmed to really believe in a
No, exactly. I agree, Irie. Dale is taking a very brave approach and saying, hey, how are we too harsh on the Klan?
Color is still controlling the demographics.
No, that was an easy question, Dale. What's your next question?
That's a stupid ass question. I look incredible. What kind of stupid ass question is that? I am in love with myself. So why
That might be the problem,
ever
Dale.
look in the mirror and alternately change that by going to a different ethnicity where I could fuck up my symmetrics, fuck up the perfection that I fucking am. Pure idiots would ask me that shit.
Ask.
I always used to get clowned from my own ethnicity for speaking too proper. Pure idiots.
Yeah, no
would
kidding,
ask me
Funky
that
Fox.
shit.
I was
because my
rather blown away by
vocabulary
his
is vast and
control.
I know how to articulate myself with no shortcuts and fillers. Do correlate. If you still believe in racism, stop beating your meat to porn that is not black on black. Stop fucking chicks that's not black. You can help bring more niggas on earth.
Heed these
Beliefs and
words,
action
Derek.
is a completely different thing. If I believe that everybody that's Mexican has a fucking micro cock, which obviously is most likely false, that doesn't make me racist.
Have you been
against
measuring it,
Mexican
Dale?
men. His beliefs are they are born superior. So what? I believe I'm superior to motherfuckers. Does that make me racist? They think minorities.
I don't think you particularly are racist in that regard. You are racist in many regards, Dale. That's just crazy on your part.
2%. 2 ISD. You have a big fan base. Remember, nobody's expendable. Anybody can be banned on Twitch.
drive gauge.
Gauge.
It says the engine that powers the drive system is available as soon as the round begins. If you spin your entire drive gauge.
Gauge.
Gauge, man.
So drive gauge cost.
Gauge.
There's something called a drive push. Drive gauge cost.
You know Dale's in the
Gauge
gym
nigga
locker room
damn.
with the tape measure.
Yo ugly box head. Man weave. Ashy big box.
Yeah, you know, I bet Dale would actually really be invested in that. If it was a legitimate science, he would love to do that. He would love to go around and measure genitals and run spreadsheets and do all this data assessment, make a bunch of graphs. I think he would really be in his element there. Because then he could do presentations. He'd break out the PowerPoint and say, look at these data on BBCs. As you can see, the findings are rather oblivious. But you can gauge roughly how big the BBC is based on this graphing system. I don't know. I feel like he's missing his calling.
Bottom lip ass can't read.
I hope there's not one person in here that
He is
owns a
fucking
fucking shirt
That's
says
racist. That's
anything
really good.
possible. If you do, you're a fucking idiot. Basically, when you're wearing a shirt that says anything is possible, it's showing that when you're off alcohol.
Yeah,
you're willing
also,
to be
Sonic, if
somebody
you're
else
such
that
an
you
alpha,
naturally
how
don't have
come
the
your
confidence to
technique
be,
for
or
getting nudes from people is
you're
to call
showing that
people
you're willing to
cowards?
solicit alcohol to a woman to try to get her to fuck through purchasing Henny. So
No, that's how you get
take
that's
those
how you get
into
DSP
equation.
to fuck, man.
Nigga had the pizza. Nigga had
Get
his
him a
pin-
couple coupons to
or
Total
like a
Wine.
pin- a
Yeah,
passed
he'll lose
down
his pants, let me
PM2
tell you.
family heirloom
I usually don't
connected
do
to
this.
I think it was connected to a generator or to a what was it?
Oh shit, you
One
can
of
play as
those
Dale?
amps. He was connected to an amp for electricity.
Wait, how do I
Think
unlock
about this.
playable
Maybe
character
the
of Dale?
billionaires on Earth are reptilians because
What?
how does somebody like Bill Gates be the only person that cracked that style of code to become some crazy nasty billionaire?
He wasn't the only one who was able to crack that code. He hired the people who could.
You get what I'm saying? Technology wise. So maybe since he's a reptilian and everybody knows reptilians, their technology is through the roof. That's why he was.
Is that what happened to Puff? Did Puff go back to his home planet? Puff was an advanced recon scout for the lizard people. And he said, dude, it is so stinky down there. I had to live with this one guy for a while. He made booze, or he tried to, but he kept drinking the ingredients before he mixed it all together. And then he would make snail meat burritos. I think we should glass the planet from orbit. Thank you, Cobra. You got us all killed.
Able to become a billionaire off of it. So I came up with the most ultimate roast. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. I came up with the most ultimate roast at that particular time in history.
Was it the
And
kill
I
yourself
said,
one?
I said, do the fucking rebuttal, you dumbass nigga. Everything that I've ever said on stream to motherfuckers has been fucking rebuttal. Everything I've ever done has been fucking rebuttal for people fucking with me. And you're
This is something worth pausing and talking about. When he goes on this rant, he had another associated rant, and that's when he talked about the thing that I brought up once before about how he has a plan, a super good plan for how it is that he's not going to get fired or canceled once he becomes an actor. That strategy is that he has a dossier of all the things that he did, quote unquote, wrong or could be seen as wrong, and those are his reasons why actually what he did was perfectly fine. And he said all this with a straight face, and I couldn't believe it. But one of those things is that he said that everything in there was a documentation of rebuttal towards another thing. So he clearly thinks about this a lot. He thinks about how he's going to win over the whole world by telling people they were saying things like, Dale, why did you quit out of the game? So you have to understand, I had to call him several ethnic slurs. I had to say that I fucked his mom. I had to. It's a natural sequence of events. You got to get this. You got to understand this. And the movie producers are going to hear that and say, yeah, that makes sense. That's totally what a grown-ass adult would do. But when he says this, he's also omitting... I wonder if I can find a clip for this. It's very hard to find Dale stuff because he deletes everything. But he was talking about the Broly Lake situation. And we got a live time debunk from Low Tier God, where before the clip played, he said, I did not start this. He started this by talking shit on me. Only after Broly Legs talked shit on me did I call him a Krang ass motherfucker and call him a worthless piece of specimen. And then he plays the clip, and it shows him opening the engagement with, oh, now I have to face this Krang-ass motherfucker. And Dale paused the video, and you could see the gears turning in his head very badly. They're very rusty. And he decided, it doesn't actually matter. It's not important. And then kept playing the video. So, you know, he got debunked, decided, doesn't really count.
Lucky that's all that's ever happened. Because I'm mentally stronger than that.
Yeah, he's got debunked documents.
I know you want.
It's a big ass folder too. If he covers everything.
Anything I've ever said has always been rebuttal. Nigga, stop acting like this shit ain't rebuttal. I just take verbal bullets like Superman. Nigga, are you fucking retarded?
I can't wait for the Washington Post to publish the LTG
dossier.
dossier.
Dumb fuck!
And they're gonna have to have a lot of paper to print all that shit.
Niggas. Minecraft, yup. Niggas tried to infiltrate and let Ghost. Niggas opened up hell in my server in Minecraft. I let the wrong nigga in. This motherfucker did a code that had ghosts and goblins coming through the fucking ungraphical sky. I'm like, God, I can't even build.
What is an ungraphical sky? That sounds kind of scary and cool, though.
It's not
some sort of a cyber noir ghost story. The ungraphical sky. I'll let this one go, Dale. That's actually kind of cool.
Live through me.
Ungraphical
sky.
sky.
On YouTube is not going to make your life any better. You're still going to be a trash, worthless human.
I know that, Dale. You think I don't know that?
Human.
I live with that every day, Dale. Thank you.
Spectacle in this timeline.
Man, I got 2 locals telling me I'm nothing.
I'm very good at
That's a lot of people.
Words on screen and translating it into body language. Same shit with pictures.
Wait, what's this?
I do it IRL as well. And like I said, I'm very good at reading words on screen and translating it into body language. Same shit with pictures. I do it IRL as well.
How do you do that? How do you translate an image? There, yeah, DSP agrees with me. That's really stupid.
Horrible, man. I'm not having a good time playing this shit because there's no.
You got
real
Dale 3PO here.
That's how I
can translate pictures.
Play the game through dexterity, not fucking random sloppy ass fucking scrubs. Don't tell me what
dexterity is my top favorite Dale malappropriatism. Oblivious and Spectacle are second and third.
You can't do sex selection. You can't.
But you can't beat dexterity.
You don't have to have girls. If my girl disagree with me, I would ask her beforehand. If she disagrees, we can co-parent. Well, China enforces a lot of things.
Hey, China Talk. What's up?
I think over there you're not allowed to have past a 7-inch cock to get like certain buildings. I can't remember what it was, but you're not allowed to have a BBC.
Oh man, I didn't know China had a penis police. Holy shit, I thought this would have been front page news. Damn, you're right, Dale. Shit's getting serious over there. BBCs are being oppressed. You can't have more than 7 inches? I'm sorry, dude. We're gonna have to cut off the difference. You understand how it works here. Have we done more to stand up for the plight of BBC people?
In certain areas, something weird.
When is GameStop taking pre-orders for Ungraphicals? Hopefully soon. I got to get a couple of those. This sounds pretty hype.
Car, man. I sold the car to this big Spanish dude. He was like so ecstatic to get it, and I was so ecstatic to get rid of it.
He's trying to say ecstatic,
but
but
it was a ghetto whip, 100%.
Whatever.
Every time I look at the fucking moon now, I'm like, yeah, that shit definitely is a mega structure.
Yeah, no kidding, Funky Fox. You let this dude go. He'll say the dumbest thing you've heard in your whole life.
Shit is just a moon. Anybody
the entire top 10 list.
Ever since that video, it definitely is a giant alien base. We only see one side of the moon.
It's actually illegal. They sent me home because of it. Damn.
The gravitational.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It has the correct gravitational pull and the right mathematics. The same shit we've been talking about the moon. I honestly feel like the moon is a giant space station that controls the currents on Earth, controls the seasons.
What?
It's just mathematically done too well. Yeah, the moon is hollow. Permanent daylight savings. Is that a rumor or is it real? Because they said this shit before. So what they're secretly trying to do is
we've got the
figure out
Death
how
Star
ages
floating
fall
around us.
An hour faster. They already sped up time in 2020.
What? I think I would have known about this.
Years went by faster.
Made in heaven?
Really sped up time without us psychologically feeling it. But they sped up time on Earth. You're not gonna feel the hour if it's permanent. It's gonna feel regular to you. Like right now, we're feeling it. We should be like, oh, it's 12.
Dale over here
right
making
now.
JoJo references. I kind of like this.
About a week. Definitely, they for sure sped up the Earth in 2020. 100%.
I would think people would definitely notice that. You notice when you don't get an extra hour of sleep or when you have too much sleep. We feel these very, very inane things, or very innate things. That's what I meant to say. Inane things is Dale. So you're telling me that the entire human race, the entire population of Earth, and animals, don't ignore that. He's ignoring that, but I'm not going to. And animals and plants did not notice that time accelerated. I would think it would have freaked people the hell out. Do you think LTG is down with Mandela effects? I think he's got plenty of his own. He doesn't remember a lot of shit. But yeah, he would love that.
Oh, we're ran by reptilians. I keep telling you guys that.
How's it going, Heinz?
The Earth is not ours. The Earth was given to us as an experiment.
So it is ours.
Humans are a drone species. We were created to serve.
Serve what?
Don't tell me what
BBC Warriors?
I'm smarter than you. I'm a scholar. There's a
Part 4.
I'm smarter than you. I'm a scholar. You can have this conversation with me if you have not even completed college at all. You've never studied demographics. Understand Andrew Tate a lot more than the normal guy that has not done any of those things, and maybe doesn't have the arrogance, the confidence, the swagger, which is the correct term in the dictionary, not swag. There's a lot of guys that aren't going to be able to relate because they simply just can't find it in themselves to bring out this bravado, this confidence, this arrogance, which is ultimately what women are attracted to. It creates a mystiqueness around yourself when you're not just, oh, hey, honey, did you want eggs and toast? Which is the correct term in the dictionary, not swag.
You came home from a hard day's work.
There is a lot of evidence that Dale is actually an incel. There's a lot of evidence for it. But the evidence that's strongest for me is his weird red pill stuff. You can tell that he uses it to hide his insecurities. Because when he says these things about women like this, then why aren't women attracted to you, Dale? If women are attracted to arrogance, then women should be crashing through his windows trying to get to him. Because I don't think you're going to find someone much more arrogant than this dude. Could it be that they don't actually like it as much as you think, Dale? Instead, you have to make up this weird narrative where you are successful, but at the same time, you're choosing to turn off your success. Which goes back to another classic Dale staple, and that's the going 2%. And that's more or less his defense of all of life. Everything that you're seeing about Dale, all of his failings and shortcomings, are not indicative of him being a failure. No. That's an easy mistake to think. Dale is just not trying. I could get everything I wanted right now. I could get all the women in the world. I could lead to mass inbreeding because I would pull all of the world's ass. I just don't want to. I could win every match of Street Fighter. I just don't want to. I go 2%, dude.
Of school, work, whatever the fuck you want to call it. School's closed. We know you probably live at home with your parents. We already know.
Holy crap, there's a new Gundam game and watching the Game Awards. Oh, it's called Mecha Break? Well, that sounds pretty cool anyway.
Right? You seen the door cracked late at night. It was like about...
Some Instagram chick roasted him a few months back in his Shadowgun. Dude, he got dunked on by Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa made fun of Dale.
We already know.
I could be good at games if I want to. Sounds like something. Yes, it does.
How to not enjoy a game? Well, let me tell you this. I enjoy lots of games.
Oh, I don't want to hear sex roast. I want to hear the stupid moments. Well, the real stupid moments.
You know, she tells me to come in the room, has the whole room set up like a fucking mousetrap.
I thought we were going to get a new Gundam Breaker for a second, the way he was describing it.
Everything. Your mom's discontorted, all in the shit. The only thing that was available was her pussy. I had no choice but to bust inside of her because the contortion of the fucking mousetrap she had made in the room.
Contortion is a brand new word. Someone tell Webster.
Peeling a banana and eating it is just disgusting.
Phil entertaining. Ugh. Dale entertaining. Phil is Entertaining given his fall is near 100% reprehensibility. Dale's just playing the character LTG. Bill is DSP and DSP is Phil. So, Heinz, I will pause here because I want to say, whenever people tell you that Dale is playing a character, I insist to you that is not true. And the reason why I can say that with so much confidence is there are actual acting reels that Dale has done. This dude can't act. He can't. What you are seeing at any given time with Dale is true Dale. Now, when he does act, when he is able to mask his behaviors, like most narcissists or deranged individuals, except for myself, he will be on his best behavior. For example, at tournaments and whatnot, he tends not to be that explosive or reactive, and that's because he's on his best behavior. He doesn't want to get banned from these things. Once he's online, he's going to shit on you. Very much like DSP. Dale is very much a coward in that regard. So I say that is the appeal of Dale, is that Dale is Dale. Dale is LTG. It's all one person.
You're a man that likes bananas, you just have an oral fixation to put a cock in your mouth.
Really?
If you eat a banana the traditional way, you fantasize about blowing dick.
Oh, come on, man. That's Freudian shit. Get out of here. Yeah, BR Joe, you walked in with Freudian bananas, shit.
You wouldn't mind blowing a cock.
If you eat a banana the traditional way, you fantasize about blowing dick.
I like to lurp and gargle your cock. I'm gonna let everybody know you fucked me. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I would take that a lot more seriously from you, Dale, if there isn't numerous instances of you putting shit in your mouth or near your mouth or around your mouth in a way that is phallic. So I don't know, Dale. I think you're kind of projecting a little bit here.
now imagine what I can do to your cock.
Having fun there, Derek? A video where he didn't blow up in a fighting game and actually gave the opponent props. Yes, that's acting.
Like, it just be sticking up.
The best acting Dale ever does is shutting up. That's it. Oh, he hated that game.
You wanted to play me? There you go.
Oh man, get that game out of here.
You wanted your morality, excuse me, boosted. I just boosted it for you.
Morale. It's morale, Dale. Morale.
She ruining my matches, dude. I'm never gonna be able to play correct. She ruined my whole morality for the rest of the night.
Babe, you want me to leave?
No, my nerves, man. Why are you fucking up my stream, dude?
I'm done.
God, dude.
Don't matter if you're done. You ruined the whole morality of the stream. There's no such thing as a bisexual dude. You're gay.
Well, that's news to everyone.
Still has sex with women. There's no such thing as a bisexual man. Only women can be bisexual.
How?
Guys cannot be bisexual.
How? Why?
What do you mean? You're bi? No, you're gay, bro. How do you like booty and then like booty and pussy?
Because you're bi.
You know, since humans are ran off.
What? The last rant was brought to you by Special Pleading. Special Pleading is the logic error, wherein if you have two things that are 100% the same, you will make an exception for one of them, or a condemnation for one of them, and not actually have a reason behind it. You will say, this one is different because I want it to be different. Essentially, that's all you're saying. So when Dale says, you can't be a bisexual man, because how are you going to want booty and then also want dick? Well, that's what a bisexual woman thinks. A bisexual woman wants booty and dick. Possibly. I don't really know. But what makes it impossible for a man to want those things, but possible for a woman to want these things? Special pleading. I'm saying it doesn't work because I said so.
Currents of electricity.
which is why when your heart stops, they pump it with electricity to bring you back to life possibly.
Video where he didn't blow
If you're
up.
verified,
Yeah, I'm not being a...
you know, you're looked at as the upper echelon of, I guess, the society. So it is an important thing in all aspects, especially if you're trying.
Can't land a hit.
Oh, I forgot he played this game.
You guys have been asking me literally since 2017 to play this god-awful fucking game.
It is pretty bad,
This
Dale.
is hands down one of the most kookliest, one of the most horrible, trash, garbage pieces of combustion trash that I've ever played in my fucking life.
Piece of combustion sounds kind of cool to me. I guess with Dale, things seem more serious.
Right,
with
nigga.
Phil, the things he
Get the fuck
talks
out of my
about are
life.
so insignificant. It's hilarious to
This nigga
see
just standing there
41-year-old
like
men
you
have as
got,
much
like, get
confidence
the
as
fuck
Phil.
out of my
Yeah,
life,
they
nigga.
definitely
You
have
done.
a different specific appeal.
Nigga, don't
Definitely,
ever play
Heinz.
me like I'm a novice. Bitch ass nigga, it's a privilege to be on my fucking stream now. Get the fuck out
Novice,
of here, nigga.
not novice. I'm always afraid to say that, Banana Jones, because it sounds like a slur. I think on some level, Heinz, Dale is a character, but he's stuck in character too long. I think that he did adopt this personality as a form of emotional or psychological
tired, why would
defense,
you type
and he
this
can't
shit
take it
down?
off.
Were you bored?
He's stuck this way.
Because I was about to.
It's
I
kind of
know you
like
get bored. I
Tobias
could
in
send you
Animorphs.
to the Abyss. It's all black there. You could really go to sleep. Everybody there that I banned, they're all in this like black abyss place where they just like sit there and just their eyes kind of developed into the dark, so they're just all there, just yeah, I fucking hate LTG.
It's true. As someone in the Shadow Realm, this is correct.
Fuck 'em.
I do spaz out and talk like
Try
that.
to play it off, bro. But you know, these aren't infinity stones. They are
Stickers?
gems that represent a hierarchy-based system.
Hierarchy.
That's a
that I
slight
created
mispronunciation.
to
I'll let that
place
one
to
go.
show those who were particularly loyal.
Look at his little
But these
banana sticker on his
screenshots, If I
head.
let them slide, it would totally put a dent in my heart.
Okay, at least I'm doing better in life than he is since I'm 21, which means I'm just getting started. Whereas he's 37 with no wife and kids still playing video games and is trash. Well, the no wife and wife and kids thing is, I mean, you know, you define your objectives differently, but yeah, he definitely sucks at video games. Bro, whatever they say, LTG ends up admitting to it. The individual admitted to working at GNC. The individual admitted his government name. Yeah, how exactly would any of this hurt you, Dale? It's pretty insignificant.
A hierarchy-based system.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, no kidding, I'll sandwich.
it?
It's loading. Hold on, processing.
Damn. Yo, Blue, thank you. Appreciate it. What's that? What I get?
Oh no.
Wait,
Shit.
I only got 64,000?
Man.
The fuck?
You got 640,000.
Oh,
Or 600 something, rather.
no. Now everybody
You're
wants
off by
to
1-0,
get 1,000
Dale.
viewers.
That's what I'm saying.
Bum ass niggas, bro. Pull the fuck up. I would love to squeeze one of you motherfuckers' necks until it pops. That would actually feel even better. You'll never get away from my chokehold, I promise you. I will wrap myself around
Just
you
make sure you don't
and
do some sort of
literally
leg lock,
squeeze.
because I think someone could break out of that.
Think about it. If our creator
And he's
gave
aware
us
of being
a
stuck with
self-healing
it. Phil
system,
isn't. There, yes,
a
that's true.
digestive system. Muscle Twitch 5 is a brain that makes us react just as fast as me going like this or that. They could have made us so much better too. They could have made us to the point where if hard shit hit us, our bodies turn into fucking colossus to where we don't get cut.
That's
We could have
that's
been
a
way
comic,
better
dude.
species. That's why I think
It's a
the biggest
comic, man. Do you
experience
not
and there's
understand what's
other shit out
fictional and
there
what
that's
isn't?
better than humans that might be humanoids that are different prototypes. You know, you don't want to make a species. It'll be we'd be like space Vikings.
Really?
There's
Now
a
we're getting a
reason why
Guar?
We were created stupid and fragile on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we did quite a bit. Yeah, all of this stuff, I'm going to skip this just in case this is something copyrighted. But something to keep in mind, though, is that Dale will go on these tantrums about how humans are flawed and incapable of succeeding and are inherently broken as people. What inspires these rants? You beat him with a meta character. You beating Dale with a meta character is indicative of human failing. That's some narcissistic bullshit right there. That's some intense narcissism that I think I think DSP mentions it quite a few times himself. So yeah, they both have that. You beating me means that society is broken. Okay, I guess the aliens are coming back, dude.
What the fuck is a Yuki-Yule? You Kelly?
His life as a comic is like a IRL
Our
Deadpool.
engineers
Yeah, he
didn't
blocks
want
bullets
us
with
to
his
have
BBC.
they didn't want to have the AI effect, the artificial intelligence effect. To us, we're smart, blah, blah, blah. To them, we're just artificial intelligence. All human beings are.
But isn't that smart?
Artificial intelligence. Or in an organic form. The human brain at full capacity. Being able to be
2%.
used at a full capacity. You can do, you're an X-Men. You're literally, everybody would have different powers. That's where X-Men
That's not true, Dale.
One day,
that's how I know this dude is not a scholar. This dude, what he means by a scholar is that he watches clips on YouTube of things like, ancient aliens or, what if we unleashed 100% of our brain? This dude is not a scholar. He is a media content consumer, which is not necessarily a bad thing because that's what all of us are. He just thinks that it's research. He thinks that when he watches these goofy ass videos on YouTube about how aliens birthed BBCs, he's there scratching his chin thinking, this shit is good. This is some scholarly crap right here. This is science. This is research. This is vetted. Nah, man, none of this shit is vetted. Because this is how I know, right here, this little rant is how I know you don't actually do any scholarly work whatsoever. The whole thing about brains not being used at 100% has been debunked so many times over that it's embarrassing. For anyone who doesn't know, the source of the myth comes from our very earliest studies of brain biology. We would study when people would lose chunks of their brain and try and make conclusions as to what that chunk did. This person lost a part of this chunk of their brain, and their arms aren't working as well. That must mean that chunk of the brain is related to the arms. What this turned into was that they eventually found that there was only a couple chunks of the brain that if they were destroyed, it would completely shut down functioning. So the conclusion that they made was, we must not use 100% of our brain then. Because if we used 100% of our brain, if you lost a piece of your frontal lobe, you would obviously have to lose some sort of functioning. Right? You understand that logic. But what they didn't understand, and that's been cleared up in all this research since then, is that no, we use 100% of our brain. That's why it is that when we lose chunks of our brain, the rest of our brain learns to compensate. It reroutes neural information. It reroutes the patterns so that it goes around this dead zone. If Dale was any sort of scholar, he would know this. And he would know there's no unlocking 100% of our brain. Now, for Dale, that might be a thing, because the dude's currently operating at 2%.
Everybody started people's brains and shit started using up different shit. And since you're unique to your own DNA,
is LTG closer to a scholar than Davis to a philanthropist? Ooh, shit, that's deep.
Everybody
I assume so.
Different powers, so everybody would be able to do different shit. Yeah, if that's the case, everybody technically every man would be able to orchestrate a British broadcasting company by controlling and altering your genetics. If you could fully have full control of your mind, you could do anything you want to do with your body.
So if you had the absolute force of will, you could grow a BBC. Well, hot damn, Dale. You're right. We need to get to the bottom of this. And we also need to figure out a way to grow 3 of them.
You could go in there and change shit up that might be fucked up. Oh. Damn, I got a micro. You know what? Let me go back in.
Bloop. Up, increased.
You just go into that
you use your brain, hit those
switches,
hit those spectacles in your brain, start fucking with your own.
Mess with the sliders a little bit. All right, I need to maximize the slider. Yep, BBC activated.
Now you got a British broadcasting company. But our creators didn't want to give us that type of power.
Okay. If you were creating an alien species, a brand new species, I don't know. I think I would put that power in because it's nice and silly. All right, so we're developing a new race of living organisms, okay? And they're going to be on this planet. What do we want them to do? Well, I'm still in favor of the Velociraptor clause, but how about this? We can give them the ability to psychically increase the size of their dick. Oh yeah, that's obviously going to get included. That's hilarious. Okay, put that in. All right. Dale, come on. That means that your alien creators are lame as hell. Part 5.
Is advised.
Well,
in a more hellish world, Dale would be a religious leader. Absolutely. He wants to be a co-leader.
You're college educated, right?
Yeah, of course. I got 2 degrees.
Okay. So
I'm a scholar.
When I was talking about,
it's embarrassing when he says that.
if you're
I'm a scholar.
Black women are just problematic in a relationship, why do black men have a 200% divorce rate with white women and other groups of women?
Because they think the grass is greener on the other side. So I think that a marriage also is just a contract. I also don't believe that marriage is actually something that helps a relationship. I think honestly it hurts it. It adds dexterities to the relationship. As soon as we sign that contract, it's about finance. It's about tying everything together.
Watch the look on this dude's face. Actually, look at all of them, really. Let's hear that again. Dexterities.
Is actually something that helps a relationship. I think honestly it hurts it. It adds dexterities to the relationship. As soon as we sign that contract, it's about finance. It's about tying
Did I just hear that
together.
right?
So from that point on, you're fucking up the relationship. As soon as we sign that contract, it's no more serendipity. It's literally paperwork. So
you saw it in his eyes this time.
It's literally a contract. Multiple trolls banned. Okay. My guy's telling me.
Notice how he didn't actually answer the question at all either. Didn't answer it at all.
To the fighting game through an app, through something you had to download. And
LTG saw that movie with Scarlett Johansson and the smart playing around with it.
shit.
Yeah, he probably thought that was very true. Man, imagine we could do that.
That's what it means.
We could do that if only the aliens and people didn't use Ken.
The only 2 people on Earth I believe are bi are Sonic Fox and Lil Nas X.
Only 2? Well, that keeps it easy to keep track of. Yeah, Salty Wizard. LTG is very much an anime character.
The doll just ends up having all this dry ass.
If you straight up took LTG's lines, it would not be out of place in an anime.
Inside of him. Lagging ass nigga. Get the fuck out of my lobby, nigga. You lagging all over the
Goku would be so confused by this stupid shit.
Fucking living at home ass.
Why is this one so much smaller? It doesn't matter.
Settings. It's a little cogwheel in the lower left part of the program. Give you a few seconds to look for it. User settings in the bottom left. You're going to click that cog. Once you've located it, you've clicked it, you're going to scroll down.
I love this.
To voice and video.
I love customer service stream segments. Come on, man. We can figure this out. It's not that hard. Holy shit, it is that hard. Holy Christ. It's like defusing a bomb. Man, we need to bring in all the nerds. How do we get this shit working? We did it!
I came back.
Did we?
Like, I gotta close the program. So, like, on the little toolbar on the bottom right click and then left click exit. Because if you just close the window or whatever, minimize it, it might not.
He just minimized it.
Oh no, wait! Oh my god, hold on. Wait, bring back the Discord window. Hold on.
Dale, come on, man! It's not that hard, dude.
Okay, on the bottom left.
Okay.
The microphone has a red slash through it. You're muted on Discord. That was the issue.
That was it. That was the entire issue.
Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up?
That's embarrassing, man. Oh my god! Yeah, no kidding, DSP. I would have just went ahead and ended the call. I've thoroughly embarrassed myself enough already. Goodbye.
Atheism, it literally scientifically makes no sense. It's just easy for people to say atheism, that's all. It makes no sense scientifically to be an atheist.
Is this
if you're
where...
an atheist, that means you also don't believe in technology.
Yeah, this is a good rant. I like this one.
Yeah, that's my thing, though. If you're an atheist, you don't believe in science, and you don't believe in technology. So what the fuck you doing using a computer? Why are you on a phone? Like, if you're an atheist, be a full-blown atheist. Don't have no technology, no electricity, no nothing. Because humans is just top-tier tech. That's all a human is, top-tier tech. I don't even know too much about...
So this is the LTG theology segment, where he breaks it down to how he feels about what religion even really is, or better yet, what science and God even are. He has a weird sort of Scientology view of the universe, where humans are, you know, this bioengineered super entity, in that you have to you a priori recognize that you are scientifically engineered, not necessarily made by gods. He doesn't believe in creationism in the sense that, you know, God made humans, or whichever divine force shaped humans. He believes that aliens engineered humans. So he's not really religious. He's kind of Scientologist. So that makes him really cool.
About Islam to speak on it, so...
The LTG isn't this dumb. This is him whipping out the character. Bill's bad takes are really his beliefs. It's amazing. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell, Heinz. I want to believe you.
And, you know, science is technology depending on which life force is using it.
What?
So whoever created human beings...
Life force? There's mana now.
Science and technology.
Dale, can you get the dry erase board out? I'm not really following.
Yeah, atheism doesn't make sense.
Where does the mana come in?
I once had a bitch that used to squirt pussy juices out of her pussy, but she was an atheist. I'm like, you know how that works, right? It's science.
It's aliens.
A higher power had to actually make your pussy and design your pussy so that it can squirt juices when you're youth.
Yeah, aliens invented your pussy.
Full of liquids and
therefore, you can't be an atheist. That's too confusing.
Right, from a higher power. Yet you don't. Yet you're an atheist. Come on now.
So you don't even know what atheism is. You don't know what science is. You don't know what technology is.
Like, you have niggas that'll bust nuts and be atheists. That's literally science and technology. What do
you think? If you're an atheist, you can't ejaculate, man. That's inappropriate use of science. God, I sure hope that Derek isn't an atheist then, because he's definitely violating the shit out of that.
That science and technology came from a higher power that has better science and technology than human beings.
Then who made them?
Quote unquote God is.
What?
Not no fucking evolution, bro. If it was evolution, I'd be able to figure out how to grow 2 dicks and be just having two dicks just shooting nuts. No, there is no evolution.
That's Pokemon, Dale. You're how old? You're nearly 40, Dale? I don't think you're going to spontaneously generate a second dick. Because that's not reasonable. That's not what evolution is, Dale. See, that's what's going to happen. Dale's going to reach level 40, right? And then he's going to evolve into Double Dick Dale. And then he'll understand. I guess I'm not.
You disagree because you're a moron, bro.
I guess I'm not, Kavetic.
How the fuck you gonna disagree with organic science? What's wrong with you? All right, so I was watching this thing about the Pyramid of Giza, right?
Yeah, and aliens.
These
and
two
BBCs.
archaeologists, you know, pyramid extraordinaires. You know the best thing they could come up with? That they had old tech of using vibrations.
Okay, well, this is already silly, Dale.
Which I'm not saying I don't disagree.
You should.
But if you're using some sort of
Doug
vibration technology to lift these fucking blocks,
maybe he'll get a better line of teeth.
These blocks that weigh a couple of tons, like 3 tons.
Kavetic, I'm legitimately afraid to. I've thought about doing going green with Dale. I'm actually scared to.
What does vibrations really mean? It was telekinesis. Of course God is real.
Ench's just looking for one nice thing. You accidentally say you're an atheist, causing your BBC to turn into black.
Crazy technology.
I mean, it might get someone in the mood. I'm just going to hope it's them.
Which are angels.
What?
Angels do God's dirty work. They did a lot of his dirty work. Excuse me, not a lot of his. Did a lot of God's dirty work
in the quote unquote Bible came here and fucked humans up. But you know, angels, they couldn't fornicate where they were at. They couldn't fornicate.
Oh, okay.
So they came.
I was gonna say, then how did they make the giants?
Human women. They seen God's creation, was like, wait a minute, this shit looks good.
We love this.
Tits, ass, pussy.
Tits, ass, and pussy. We don't have this in heaven.
Angels were coming down here getting sucked.
But wouldn't that kind of make these angels degenerates? Okay, so if we're going to go with this system of thought, Dale, I really shouldn't humor this stupid shit this much, but I find it so fascinating how someone can have these extremely bizarre beliefs and hold them so seriously. If you're an alien species and you create a new species that is under you, that is not fully you, and then you have sex with them, and then you think, holy shit, my life is way better having sex with them, doesn't that make you kind of, I don't know, isn't it kind of bestiality to a degree? It'd be no different than us, organically making, say, pigs or something, and then looking at it, scratching your chin and saying, you know what? I bet my dick would feel really good in one of those things. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's all do it. I don't want to be the only weirdo here, okay? Let's all do it. Let's have sex with these pigs and let's see what comes out of this, Dale, these gods that you're talking about, these ones that you admire so much, they sound like straight up weirdos. They definitely don't sound worthy of reverence. That sounds terrifying. Is that what it is? Dale, do you have a bunch of space hillbillies running around in the cosmos having sex with various animals? I think someone needs to put a stop to this.
Fucked, busting and fucking women, creating giants.
The gospel according to Dale. Dale has mentioned that he wanted to write his own Bible one time.
Human beings were.
I got really excited for it. And he never brought it up again.
Yo, that's the leftover angel sperm that carried down in human genetics and genes.
Yeah, it was due to weird angel bestiality.
It was meant for human beings to be tall like that. The majority of human beings would be tall.
No, because being tall is not inherently helping your survival. If you live in an environment where being tall is an issue, then it's not good to be tall. Or if you live in an environment where resource scarcity makes it so that you just can't grow tall, that happens as well. Again, Dale here has a very, very, very childish understanding of how evolution works. He clearly does not know anything about it. Evolution is not this line. It's not this line where you start as a single cell organism and evolve into the perfect life form. You don't turn into cell. You don't go from cell to other cell, You have all these branching points, You have the capacity to be different from your neighbors or peers or whatever, or other genuses and whatever. You don't just get taller as you evolve. That's not how that works, Dale. I would think a scholar would understand this.
That comes from a long line.
The taller
of
you are, the
angels that
slower
were
you can
fucking
run.
Human women
Isn't
carried down in
what's his name? Usain Bolt really tall?
Thousands of years. You said I'm tweaking? Yeah, I'm tweaking on your mom's clitoris.
How many volumes have the BBC Bible have?
Create some fucking science after that.
Half of one because he rage quit.
Some people warn me of his past. What in the
Dale Estelle is pretty funny.
Did I do?
You would love
in
that.
My past that just makes me this goddamn juggernaut.
Juggernaut, sir?
What have I done? What, because I called somebody a character off of Ninja Turtles when I was minding my own business streaming and they stream sniped me in 2014, 15, and then went on Twitter and said something, so I come back with a crazy ass roast?
This is the rant that I was talking about. I don't think we're going to see the full thing. But he ends up watching it and gets immediately debunked by his own stupidity.
Everything I do is rebuttal. Everything I've ever done was rebuttal. These roasts, everything.
What level is Dale and where are my Pokemon? He's level 38 right now.
To understand this shit.
Past a certain point, more height slows you down. Yeah, because, you're right. I thought about it again. It's kind of like why mechs can't actually really work. It's because after a certain size, your body essentially collides in on itself.
I remember that fucking 8 being black. The fuck off line.
If I'm thinking about it correctly.
Let me go ahead and block that fucking orangutan out of my shit.
Zeus once
If I
bonked a
had
chick
some
while disguised
crazy
as a
horde
swan.
past,
Maybe he was
where
just
the
ahead of his
fuck
time.
are
Yeah,
where
Zeus
the
was into
records
some
at?
wild shit. Zeus was into reverse
I must have
pedophilia, or not
committed grand
pedophilia.
larceny.
Well, he was into reverse bestiality.
Larceny.
I'm gonna have sex with you while I'm the
Robbed
animal.
liquor
Eh?
stores, stole from people. Bro, I don't even know what these people are talking about when they say my past, when literally everything I've ever said was about rebuttal. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a pandering mess of garbage.
Oh,
First off,
I remember this rant.
was just a whole like satire.
Might use Dale in my Pokemon team.
Crying over
he does a lot of running away though, so watch out, Salty Wizard.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. I don't think that this movie should have actually been made.
I didn't enjoy the
They basically
movie.
made the Hispanics surrender to blacks. I wonder if anybody that's Hispanic seen that movie was.
Yeah, I saw it.
pissed off.
I wasn't really pissed about that,
'Cause
Dale.
know
I was
black
pissed
people
because
would
it
be
wasn't
pissed off
really
if they
that
lost
good.
to the Hispanics. Even if it was a fictional movie, obviously blacks would have been mad.
Viewer discretion
Last one,
is
part
advised.
6.
That's actually not low for my height. You know, as low as Wimby or something. 217 for 6'5" is not low. The fuck out of here, nigga. You know nothing about the human body. And you're not a scholar in the topic. I'm literally a scholar when it comes to kinesiology and everything. It's taught.
If you're a scholar of the body, Dale, how do you not know what mitochondria is? How do you not immediately not recognize that word, mitochondria? Dale, I don't understand. Did you go to the same college that DSP went to? It feels like Dale and DSP are very, very strong arguments against secondary education. Because these dudes have college degrees, but they're stupid as hell. So what exactly is the point of having a college degree if this guy has 2 of them? Or DSP has 1. It effectively makes them worthless.
It's called a fucking degree.
You are unicycle beyond my migration.
Mitochondria is the power of
You are
rebuttal.
universe.
Yeah, exactly. Like reckon. Now you're getting it.
All right, nigga, this way too much.
Somebody 80'd out this bum ass nigga. People talking about justify, like, here's the funny thing I don't get. When dumb motherfuckers keep saying stupid shit like you did
Dale should
so
be a
much
wrestler.
shit, you did
He
so
can cut
much
a
shit
promo.
in the past.
He really
What the fuck
should.
did I do?
He wanted
Roast
to.
niggas in
Well,
my
he was
chat
into
that
wrestling.
Bother me every motherfucking day. Everything
He said
I
as a
do
kid
is
he was into
rebuttal.
wrestling.
I never say shit for no reason. Everything I've ever done is rebuttal. Somebody tried to troll me.
This has
Somebody
been the
said
most
something in
LTG
my
I've
chat.
watched in one sitting. It's been fascinating.
Somebody was basically
L
on my
Sandwich.
dick. I've always
It can
done
go in
nothing
many
but mind
different
my own
directions
business.
with this
Any
dude.
outburst or roast you guys seen
I
has
did a
been
stream
because somebody's
covering
been
his thoughts
bothering me,
about his
somebody
potential
been
daughter he could
stalking me,
have.
somebody been on some
You're not
dumb
going to
shit.
enjoy that. It's
Everything's
extremely
been rebuttal. I never
It's
just
extremely
say shit out the
infuriating and
motherfucking
depressing.
blue, say shit for no fucking reason. I've always
I'm talking
been
over this.
honest,
He's
bro.
been on this rant so many times, man. What? What, Dale? What?
To be a guy like this and drop videos on people that are popular when you're
Oh shit, it's Turkey Tom.
Crazy. This is the type of person that uses comedic relief to hide the fact that he's ugly. On top of that,
He doesn't
honestly,
need to
at
be
this point, I think
attractive
it's
to you,
just pure
Dale.
racism. That's the only thing I could think of. Is racism, bro. You won't unban me because I'm black because I said some shit basically 4 years ago. Honestly think at this racism, bro.
So this is in regards to this. What happened was Evo was doing their thing and they had a live stream and LTG went in there and got banned on site. And so he accuses them of racism, which is really shocking because Dale has said so many times that if you even bring up race, your opinion is immediately invalidated. You know, based or not, those are your rules, Dale. So how come you can break your own rules? That's not really fair.
You won't unban me because I'm black because I said some shit basically 4 years ago. Honestly think at this point it's because I'm black. Fucking monkey ass.
LTG has go away heat for me. DSP just has heat. Oh, I see what you're
That
saying.
monkey wasn't talking shit.
It's some different
I dead
intensity for
ass
sure.
Would have not quit. But this black ass nigga had
Whoa.
A rat, a snake,
Whoa.
a coon, a worthless spook. I DM'd that Markman dude twice, left both my fucking shits on red. Like I'm just some Triant onslaught of a nigga or some shit.
Okay, so you're going with
read
Street Fighter
science fiction?
terms.
No.
What? Yes, you do.
Because I don't want to be fictionized. I'm tired of being teased. Science fiction is just it's a tease.
But you watch science fiction, Dale. You were just talking about the pyramids using vibration wave tech and shit like that. They were using telekinesis and pyrokinesis, and Gil was running around half-assed naked again for some reason. I don't know. But none of that. None of that was happening.
Science fiction when I love sci-fi.
Well, the reason why I wouldn't feel bad about losing to Hayes when he's playing with Kazuya, because I know he can never do this to me with Kazuya and Taki. So this is fine with me. It's a morality booster for him.
For some reason, these niggas think covering up my clocks means I can't find my own content. The dude will go all out to try to cover up every spectacle of the layout, everything. You dumbass nigga. You're gonna let somebody that's basically a kid tilt you at 53? Telling you, man, these niggas, they have no self-control.
Dale has self-control. If there's anyone I think of when I think of self-control, it's Dale. That's for sure.
Combustion of over barbecue eating and violence. Obviously, sometime in the future. Yo, not only is everybody dead, but they're like concorksed. If billionaires,
what is that?
Dead, but they're like concorksed. Not only is everybody dead, but they're like concorksed.
I'm trying to listen for what he's trying to say. What word are you trying to use? Because that's definitely not a word, and it's not even close to any other word. Are you trying to say they're corpsed? But that's not really a verb, Dale. Are they concocted? What's concorksed? Can you give a definition of what concorksed is? Because maybe if you give me a definition, I can work backwards and figure out what word you actually mean to say. Because this is not scholarly, Dale. That's a cry for help.
If billionaires were smart, here's where I will put my money.
Yeah, I have no idea what word that's supposed to be.
Me first. We call it genetic matchmaking, where
eugenics.
My future conceiver can literally go
to a place way to dehumanize them.
Both get a swab of our DNA.
My future conceiver. Like wait, wouldn't that be your mom?
And then basically in that machine,
because they conceived you.
Our stats basically coagulated and formed together or whatever, and matched up, and seeing what type of seed that we would create.
Okay, genetic profiling is a thing, Dale. It already exists. Yeah, no kidding. Maybe
playing that hard.
You know, you're onto something there, Burnell. That's a very intelligent name, by the way. Most Burnells I know are really smart. Maybe Dale is like an H.P. Lovecraft character. Maybe he's so smart that his brain has buckled under the weight of his own intelligence, and he can't convey this information to us because, you know, of the whole buckling thing. Maybe that's it. I wonder what drugs Dale's takes to go on these rants. Dude, I don't know, but I want some, but very small amounts, because I want to be able to come back really quickly.
It's going to cost you a lot more than $5 a month to be on my list.
Yeah, concussed maybe. I could see that. Morality. But they're definitely not concussed either.
Banned, bitch.
Dale, what are you trying to say?
Fuck your $5, pussy. I guarantee you're not going to get anything that's going to boost your morality and make you feel as good.
It's morale, Dale.
$5. Get the fuck up out of my shit.
Morale.
I'm going to give you.
You don't have to church it up.
60 seconds to gather your statement. You're going to display it to the jury, and we're going to come up with a proper decision on whether to crush your gem or keep you in fruition of the covenant.
Fruition.
Nothing new. So this video is about the sad state of Twitch. Now, I don't know what I have to do with that, because randomly I blinked and then I was just sitting here on an afternoon, you know, like on the computer doing some business, and my Twitch went boop. And I'm still waiting on that email, but that's oblivious. It's called the sad state of Twitch. Now I'm trying to figure out.
It is oblivious because I don't know what the hell you're trying to say. I guess that one doesn't count. That is actually oblivious.
Look, all I gotta say, look, man, we came a long way from Gold Nixon's and graduated to Cartier, whatever you want to call it.
You should know what it's called. You bought it.
Not my thing, but we have a lot of broke ass that are worried about my finances. They can't even tip the Richter scale and don't even know anything about me outside of me raging or talking, you know, collateral shit here and there on stream.
Collateral shit.
Now, I
I like collateral shit. It's kind of what was it the DSP said in it? He said hateful slurs, and then he said harmful slurs. So collateral shit and harmful slurs, those are basically the same thing. Hey, he's bringing it back, Darksy.
And every time I say a spectacle of something, no matter what it is, anything negative, people that will capture that, put it on YouTube, submit emails to Twitch. This is why I don't fuck with honey badgers, bro. This is why I will never trust niggas. 100%.
Okay.
If you're black, I'm sorry, I can't trust you 100%. You know, I might be able to throw a football to you.
Oh, wow.
But the second I sense a spectacle of honey badger juice on you, I know for a fact.
How do you sense that, Dale? You got some evolutionary traits that we don't know about.
You got airlifted.
His brain evolved too tall. Yeah, and it crushed into his skull. That would make a lot of sense, Lackey Bracky. He might actually have something like that happening.
If his leg got ran over, it just got crunched. It didn't get decapitated, did it?
My leg did not, in fact, get decapitated. You are correct.
I just can't. I would even lose a spectacle of my life bar in a real Street Fighter game. Like, what the fuck was this nigga doing?
It's particle or spec. Spectacle is already a word, Dale. You can't make a portmanteau of that.
The reason why God can be proven is because you have an asshole.
What do you think Oblivious to Pokemon ability does?
I mean,
something
me,
known.
Can't claim to be any type of smart on a grand scale.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows the cheese.
I don't think anybody's truly an atheist.
God, this again.
If you're truly an atheist, starve yourself and don't eat any food and think that your body can survive without nutrients.
But that's not science,
if
Dale.
You don't believe in a creator. You don't believe in science. Science always comes from a creator. Now, why the fuck would you do that?
What?
I don't do mirror match.
Science always comes from a creator. Okay, so because humans are science, we've had to have some sort of creation. Well, would that imply that the creators were created too, Dale? And also, keep in mind that these creators created by essentially incest. So they butt-fucked their way into new evolution? I mean, that would make sense in the Dale theology of things.
I have this. Like, how do you consume food and then
Breatharianism. Yeah, just do kind of like what Quiet does and photosynthesize.
That science? Who you think gave you the opportunity? Just a random ass Big Bang, a meteor hit another meteor, collided, made it so you can consume food.
I don't feel like those two events are exactly linked, Dale.
Keep your body sustained. Like that.
Yeah, because what you're saying is wrong and stupid. No wonder it doesn't make sense.
You're not seeing the connection? That's because you're an idiot.
Oh, never mind.
See a band.
See this band. Very cute.
That's why
they weren't creators, they were curators. Oh, that makes more sense.
Smallest things about humans, it all is there for a reason. The only reason we have nose hairs and eyebrows and eyelashes and everything like that in the first place is because
alien incest
is to
or alien bestiality,
and shit like that. It's sort of a filtration system. But why would we need a filtration system if humans' origin, if our DNA, the origin is from Earth?
Because shit still hurts us on Earth? Believe it or not, lava still hurts us, Dale.
The planet is perfect for us. Why would we need that? When it says man was created in the image of God, right?
Mm-hmm. It was made that way through alien...
Our creators live somewhere else.
Bestiality.
This planet was just like a placeholder. You ever seen like Prometheus, how they just like made a planet?
That's a movie, dude.
To put some shit there to like store some shit. That's basically what we are.
Yeah, we're just a U-store.
Just a bunch of organic robots, you know, and a bunch of organic
a U-store where we made aliens and then had sex with them.
Here as an experience.
I like this. This is a pretty good story.
Nothing makes sense. It's all simulated. We can't even leave the fucking Earth because we're not supposed to. I mean, look at your boy, like. I really don't got nothing to be mad at. Like, I mean, I'm never mad at anybody.
This guy is creative. I'll give him that.
What the fuck was that? How the fuck
do you make a game blame evolution for those mad bats who used to walk around with isotopes in their pockets.
How do you do it?
That
nigga was trash.
Yeah, don't do that.
And he said once, you
my
know,
Polish friends speak better English than Dale.
that's
Yeah, I feel like Dale should be used in education as something to not do.
And he said, I got one daughter left. So if you really think about the way Floyd Mayweather was talking, he kind of like code. See, that's what smart people do. We talk about shit, but we code shit in the middle. It might sound like it's flatlined or whatever, but if you really think about what somebody's saying, like a lot of smart motherfuckers will code our words to the point where you like really got to think about the dexterity of what the fuck we're saying. If I'm fucking.
So can you give us an example of one of these mad rants that translates to something else?
Like how the fuck are you Mexican and you don't know Spanish? That's very weird to me.
Because my parents didn't teach me.
And fucking in synagogue and not speaking whatever language they
Senegal, Dale.
Well, you're Senegali if you're from synagogue. Bro, I swear, me and my friend,
this dude,
we were so convinced that we could create a whole
if you're from synagogue.
We used to play with like the tech decks and magnets and put the tech decks in between like.
New kink unlocked, alien bestiality. Yeah, no kidding. Dale's finding some new stuff. I think we should tell Derek.
All right, so before I watch it again, can you tell me why the fuck they wanted to communicate? Well, not why. What was the hypothesis of this movie and the conclusion?
Okay, so we learned a brand new word, Dale. Movies don't necessarily have hypothesis. You're thinking of experiments, Dale. A movie isn't inherently an experiment. There's nothing you're testing, per se, with a movie. Now, you can test someone's patience with a movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Heinz. I really am fascinated with Dale's very, very bizarre spiritual beliefs or scientific beliefs. It really would make for a very fascinating science fiction book to write. It's I think people would compare it to Scientology because there is a lot of parallels between DSPs, or well, black DSPs, beliefs in Scientology. And I think that not a whole lot of people would get the joke. In fact, you know who wouldn't get the joke at all? Dale. 100%. If you wrote this whole story and you did not mention Dale at all, or you didn't make it too obvious that you're referring to Dale, and he read it, or, well, you know, he watched the movie. He wasn't about to read anything. You're crazy. And he watched the movie, he would love it. 100%. He would think it's a masterpiece. He would say, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been saying for years. And everyone thought I was being silly and dumb. This dude wouldn't get his own shit. So his long-term goal is to bang an alien, spread galactic seed of a race of cosmic supermen with shark teeth and the ability to not grow a beard. Yeah, and then also grow another BBC. Because, you know, he already has the one. He just needs to get a bunch of them. So that's pretty much all I had lined up for tonight. That took me a while. It's not really that long of videos, but it's so much dense stupid. I kind of wish I could sit down with Dale just for 10 minutes and talk about how science works. But you know, every single word I say would bounce off this dude's head. But there's much more important things I'd want to talk about this dude with anyway. Dale? Oh. So for anyone who, L Sandwich, I wanted to bring this up. I was saying it over Dale earlier. If you want to watch another Dale stream, I did one about his, and this goes for everyone, anyone who's interested in some other Dale lore. I did another stream about him quite a while back about how he felt about a potential daughter he might have. And let me put it this way. When I was doing the stream, people were bailing out of the stream because it was so disgusting and depressing. This dude is legitimately evil with a person who does not yet exist. Or does not even conceptually exist. So if you want all of the fun that you had tonight to be completely negated, watch that one. That was fun. I like doing the little Dale diversions every once in a while. I've got some other videos lined up to watch, but they're a little bit longer, and you know I pause to make fun of them, so I have to do that. And it's very hard to do Dale streams because he deletes everything, so I'll try and do that next one, more coverage of him saying insanely stupid shit. And then I want to do one about him and his, I kind of wanted to do one about him and Elena. I'd have to really get a bunch of stuff together for that. The Elena saga has been extremely funny, but it's over though. Dale answers the non-existent question. Could we evolve more BBCs? Ah. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. It was fun. I really love listening to Dale talk about very crazy shit. Because he does have an imagination. He really is very creative with this weird shit that he comes up with. And he's kind of sitting on he's sitting on a lot of money. Because if you actually wrote out this shit in a story, like I mentioned earlier, I think people would enjoy it. I think this would be a really fun story. You know, you have aliens who visit what is essentially a U-Store, find some animals, do some genetic modifications, and then have sex with them. And that creates more aliens. And then you have sex with them. And then it just gets out of hand and you have to leave. And what displeases the alien gods is when you use meta characters in fighting games. If you keep doing that, they will not return to Earth. Which I guess is not necessarily a bad thing, because that means that we're safe from alien sex if they don't come back. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Corvo. I appreciate it. And I'll probably be here tomorrow for DSP. I don't know though. I am not sure if I want to do DSP playing Street Fighter or do Going Green, because I need to do Going Green streams on Friday so I can stay up late, because you know I work on Friday, so I can't really do it on Thursdays. So I'm thinking about it. If you guys have a preference one way or another, let me know. But that's kind of somewhere I'm going into. And everyone take care, have a great night, and I hope you all look forward to DSP's drama tomorrow. What happened? What happened during the day off? I'm thinking what happened was, oh, aliens visited DSP and had sex with him. And you know what? They actually said he was really good. So get prepared to hear about that shit. Good night, everyone.